dude. Joey?
What's going on, home skillet?
You want to say hi to everybody?
Hi, sorry, I didn't have my
I
didn't have my volume on. Of course.
Shay, say hello.
I am. I'm talking. Can you hear me?
Say I'm just kidding. I'm messing with Shay. I'm pulling a little prank on her.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. How are you guys surviving over there?
It's actually fun.
I'm so glad. So are you guys all out of school for the year then?
No, I have online school.
Oh, yeah. Duh.
No, they just get to quit on education.
They can only see me if they're in the live link.
Ah, I see.
And I can tell that nobody's in there because it has 0 eyeballs.
What up, Elijah?
But I'm going to do it anyway.
Nice.
So what's up, guys? It's me, Jay Sweens, split screened with Brian.
Jay Sweens.
If you want to see me, join the live, but mute it so that we can't hear it in the background.
Hey, Blueby, I'm gonna need you to stop, babe.
Blue!
Whoa, don't yell at Shay's dog like that.
Well, sorry. Blue!
Wow.
How could you ever yell at someone's dog like that?
Eli, what's up?
What's up?
That's a cool mic you got there.
Thank you.
It's pretty snazzy, that is a blue, but it's red.
It's a red blue?
And
that's a blue blue
microphone, but it's red.
It's a Yeti.
That's a blue. Get it? Because her name is Blue?
Wait, it's a Yeti?
Look, come here and say hi. Come on up and say hi.
Guys, come on. That was a good one.
Hello. Say hi there.
Emma. Smile.
I know.
That's better.
It's a rough leg for a dog.
Sorry, I'm doing homework.
Whoa.
Why are you doing homework?
Let's put the homework down. We're in class now, okay?
I know.
Homework later. Set the homework down. Love that you're doing homework, but that comes later. You got to be present where you're at right now, which is with us.
Okay.
Cool.
My teachers assigned us homework that they said was like we had to do it, but they also said it wasn't for a grade.
Then why would you do it?
That's not fair.
Yeah. So I'm just going to do the homework from the teachers I like. That way I'm kind of a good kid.
Yeah, that doesn't really seem all that fair.
I'm just doing all my homework so my teachers like me.
So they like you?
Because this is all of the grading now is pretty opinion based because it's all online. So if they don't like you, you're probably not going to get good grades.
So what do you mean? There's not like assignments that you like with...
There is, but like a lot of my classes, they're not like actual grades. They just like do it based on like participation and stuff and like how much you tried right now. So
what are you doing, Elijah?
So it's purely...
What, 6? Seriously? Yeah.
Man, that is rough.
Sam...
Not muted. Oh, sorry.
Sam is now unmuted. Yo, Sam!
What's up?
Wow, that was like mega enthusiastic there, Sam. That was like the most enthusiasm I've ever seen out of a human being like in my life, and I want to thank you for that enthusiasm because
I feel like he's being
so
super sarcastic right now.
Joey, I am being sarcastic. You guys can't see Joey, but he's in your live. What is that?
Well, they can if they're in the live.
This is 100.5.
Like, if you want to see my face, go ahead.
Not great.
Do it.
No.
Are you sick?
I don't feel sick, but I'm like hot.
Aww.
100.6.
Thank you for that. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna get going. We have our live link set up and this setup. Okay, so here's the focus.
I'm trying to share the link with Serenity because she didn't get the email. So like.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, please do.
Can you wait till she gets in here so like I know she got it?
Yes, I will bring her in.
If she even does it.
Oh, wait a minute. So I'll explain this part before we send you over anyway. So basically, here's what today's gonna look like, okay? So we've got our live link, which is, again, just as normal. That's our stage in here, or this is our stage, and our live is watching everybody and taking notes on their stuff. So what I want to focus on today is I want to focus on audition, okay? So a lot of what we're doing now is self-tape auditions. So you have to prepare self-tapes, you have to go through that, and it's a process. Like, having to perform in this type of setting, we talked about this a few weeks ago, is a challenge. So I want us to be treating this like it's an audition. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to have everybody go through. We are all going to do a slate. You'll just do your name, and then after we do that, I will ask you some sort of improv question. You're not going to know what that is. We might bounce off each other a little bit, and then I'll have you do your monologue when you're ready. I'm going to take today to just sort of take notes on everybody's auditions, and then when we come back together, we'll work some of those together, okay? So that's what that's going to look like.
Brian, did you say we're going to do improv?
Did I say improv? I might have said improv.
You did. You said you were going to give them an improv question.
Oh, yeah, improv question. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do some kind of improv question.
No, I was asking just so that we could reiterate, because I thought he was being serious.
No, I'm serious. I am. There's going to be an improv question.
So if you're in the live,
Is there going to be a quiz?
point Joey.
Is it going to be a quiz?
Joey.
Yes, I will grade you purely on whether I like you or not,
that
based
I
on Emma's strategy. I will not form it upon anything you actually say, but whether or not I like you. So just know that that's what decided your score. So fair?
What up, Serenity? Okay, and just to let you guys know, I'm going to be on here, but I'm going to be, like, hidden. So you're not going to be able to hear me. You're not going to be able to see me. But if you have any problems, I will be here like a shadow.
That's creepy.
Yeah, watching you.
I think I made it creepier the way I did it. So.
You did, because you don't have fingers. So it just, you know.
I meant because of my face, but thanks a lot, Shay. That's great.
Oh, she threw in a finger, Joe!
Oh, man!
No, wow. I'm leaving. Goodbye, everyone.
Wait,
You're so good.
Wait, Shay.
I'm out.
Shay. What is today, though?
Today is Brian's birthday!
Ah!
Happy birthday!
And Brian, do the same thing and ask them how old they think you are.
Oh, okay. Let's do this. Before we jump into
29.
class. I love that. Okay. All right. Addie, what do you think?
Why do I have to be first?
Okay. I'll jump to somebody else. Emma, what do you think?
Thank you.
29.
What is it?
29.
29. All right. Serenity?
24.
24. Sam?
28.
28. Eli? What is it?
27.
27.
27.
Addie?
Let's go. I'm gonna be the nice one. 25.
Boom.
Also, Sam, why do you have a
Guys,
ring light?
I love you guys. I am 30 today.
Is that a ring light?
36.
30. I'm 30. Joey, I am 30. I am 30 years old. And
You're 30?
yep, the big 30. Okay, I know. I look like I'm 24, 25. It's okay.
I was the closest. The fang.
Guys,
I said 25. Just a second.
I'm very grateful for the
I was gonna say that,
26.
but, like,
I'm grateful for anything that was down there. I'm very grateful. Cool. So we're gonna get started, and then I got an announcement at the end of class I want to make as well. So I'm super psyched about that. So let's make take notes on each other's stuff. We're all gonna do an audition, and then we'll come back together and we'll go through notes on everybody's audition, and we can learn from each other's performances. Cool.
Oh, wait, Sam, is that a ring light?
Yeah.
Smart. Great for
Why?
great for self tapes.
Mhm.
Self tapes. That's why. I knew it. So
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I love that. All right.
I get it for TikToks.
You have a ring light. Why aren't you using it?
Solid point, Joey. All right, I'm going to send you all over to the live, so make sure to jump on to your other computer or other device or on the same device and head over where you can be on the live link to watch each other perform and do your auditions. We will start with Serenity. We'll start with Serenity.
Okay, good. I gotta go to the bathroom.
That's why. You got to go to the bathroom? Would you like to go second?
Right. Yeah. Third, maybe.
Light. Why aren't you using it? Solid point, Joey.
Could you hear me, Serenity?
Yeah.
Do you need to go second? Because you said
I
you.
can go.
Oh, cool.
No, I don't know who that was.
Oh, wasn't you? Okay. All right. You ready?
I think so.
Okay, let's see if we can get to a place where you can stand. Is there a spot you can stand?
Yes. I have lots of space.
Lots of space.
They're in my pajamas, so
Cool.
don't judge me.
There's zero judgment for the PJs. Zero. Okay. Hi there, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. You having a good day?
Tiring, but good.
Tiring? Just one of those days, huh?
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel it. Okay, cool. So we're gonna start off with a slate. I want you to just do your name, and then we'll go into a question. Okay?
Okay.
All right, slate, please.
Hi, I'm Serenity Foreman.
Awesome. Question for you today is: from home, what's one activity that you found that you enjoy doing?
I have found that I enjoy cleaning, which is weird. So my entire room is like completely clean right now.
I totally feel that. Like before this, my room was a disaster zone, and it's looking great now. So I totally feel it. Okay, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and perform.
I'm gonna hold it now because I'm just gonna make sure that I have it.
No problem.
I absolutely hate it. If you're one of those women who thinks there's something great about purses, don't even bother listening because there's nothing here for you. This is for women who hate their purses, who are bad at purses, who understand that their purses are reflections of negligent housekeeping, hopeless disorganization, a chronic inability to throw anything away, and an ongoing failure to handle the obligations of a difficult and demanding accessory. This is for women whose purses are a morass of loose Tic Tacs, solitary Advils, lipsticks without tops, boarding passes from long-forgotten airplane trips, hotel keys from God knows what hotel, leaky ballpoint pens, and Kleenexes that either have or have not been used, but there's really no way to tell one way or another. This is for women who find it absolutely appalling that a purse might cost $500 or $600. Never mind that top-of-the-line thing called a Birkin bag that costs $10,000. But that's irrelevant because you can't even get on the waiting list for one. On a waiting list for a purse. For a $10,000 purse that will end up full of old Tic Tacs. This is for those of you who understand, in short, that your purse is, in some absolutely horrible way, you. I realized many years ago that I was no good at purses, and for quite a while, I managed to do without one. I went out and managed with only a lipstick and a $20 bill. But unfortunately, there were times where I needed to leave the house with more than just the basics. I solved this problem by purchasing an overcoat with large pockets. This, I realized, turned into my purse. But it was still better than carrying a purse. But in the end, anything is better than carrying a purse.
Scene. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Awesome. So that'll be your audition, and then we'll review it at the end. Good job. Okay. Joey, what you doing up there, man? No, you got
Right now, I am just getting things set graphic-wise for future shows we're gonna do, like Teen Quarantine and Mornings with Matt. Have you heard of it? I hope you have.
I have heard of it.
Because you should be tuning in.
I have heard of it.
Every day.
Every single day. Emma is going to be our next performer. So that's going to be...
Yeah, go Emma.
Awesome. Emma, singing her name. 'cause it's fun. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, let me just, I have some socks on my floor, sorry. Okay.
Okay, no problem.
So just slate?
So I'll ask you to. We'll start the audition. I wanted you to get settled first. Okay?
Okay.
You feeling ready? Okay. Hi there, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How's your day going?
It's pretty good. I had online school, which was fine, but yeah, it's good.
Fine. Do you like online school or regular school better?
Probably online school because I can get ahead on work easier, which is nice. Like in real school, you can't really do that as much.
Gotcha, because you're going from one to the next like right away.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, awesome. All right, so whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and give us a slate.
Hi, my name is Emma Schwartz.
Okay, Emma, and go ahead and tell me, please, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you want to go and why?
Probably London. I don't really know why. I've been there twice. One time was only for like 8 hours for a layover, but the first time was for my brother's bar mitzvah on the way to Israel, and we stayed there for 6 days, and it was so cool. And I just really love like England and like British stuff. So like I just think it'd be cool to go back and see how it is.
Awesome. Love that. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Don't you dare walk away from me. And don't tell me that you're sorry. And don't tell me to forget it. And don't you dare tell me to let it go. God knows I'd like to. I wish I could, but I can't. I can't forget we had something. And you're running away. You're running away. Don't you see, Mark? You're running from what I've searched for all my life. Why? Because you're scared? Well, I'm scared too. But you and I, we have something worth fighting for. I'm not saying it would be easy, but I care about you. And I know deep down, under this bravado, you care about me too.
Scene. Awesome. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up, we have Eli coming in. Maybe. Ah, it didn't click.
I'm not seeing Eli, Bri.
I'm not either. Oh, they both came in.
That's Addie.
They both came in at once.
Oh, there's Eli.
I'm putting Addie back in the waiting room, and there's Eli. Hey, buddy.
Hi.
All right, you ready?
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, can you stand?
Sure.
Awesome. Okay, take one teeny step back. Perfect. Okay. All right. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and give me a slate.
Okay. Hello, my name is Elijah Teetsworth.
Cool. Okay, Elijah, would you please tell me if you could have any superpower, what would you choose and why?
Invisibility, because I would get around anywhere I want. Like, I would be able to sneak insanely good and then just, like, scare people.
Awesome. Cool, man. Whenever you're ready.
Bizarre thing is that I did it for my old man. I tortured this poor kid because I wanted him to think I was cool. He's always going off about, when he was in school, all the wild things he used to do. I got the feeling that he was disappointed that I never could listen to anyone, right? So I'm sitting in the locker room, taping up my knee. Larry's sitting a couple lockers down from me. He's kind of skinny, weak. And I started thinking about my father and his attitude on weakness. Next thing I knew, I jumped on top of him and started wailing on him. Hold on, give me a second. I need some water.
It's okay, no problem.
And my friends, they just laughed and cheered me on. And afterwards, when I was sitting in Brennan's office, all I could think about was Larry's father and Larry having to go home and explain what happened to him. The humiliation he must have felt must have been unreal. I mean, how do you apologize for something like that?
Scene. Okay, great work, buddy. Awesome. Great audition. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Can you bring Elijah back in for 2 seconds?
Sure. Elijah, I am bringing you
Shay's
back
about
in.
to drop some knowledge.
Elijah, my name is Shay. I don't
That is-
know. I don't think we've actually ever had the pleasure of meeting in person. I've just talked to your mama on the phone and over email. And do you go by Eli or do you go by Elijah?
Usually people call me Elijah.
Elijah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was calling you the right thing. I just wanted to tell you, when you had up for the class, you know, I actually chose that monologue for you, and I sent a couple to your mom, and she was so thrilled with them and so excited. And the first thing that they had told me, because this was kind of right when I knew you had joined the class and I hadn't met you, and then we went into quarantine, and all the boys said, you know, this Elijah kid is the real deal. He's doing really well. And for a brand new student, that's a pretty big deal. And I just wanted to congratulate you on your performance and tell you that I thought that was really awesome. That's a hard monologue to do, and you did it justice very well. So Brian's gonna keep pushing you to make it even more emotional and better for you. But you're doing a great job, bud. So I just wanted to tell you that and let you know you're doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Shay.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back in the shadows.
All right. Good job, buddy.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay, next up we've got Addie coming in to the stage. Addie and Shay's picture.
Brian, can you still see me?
Nope, you're gone now.
Okay.
It's just when I transition to the other person, for some reason, it shows your photo.
Up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great photo, so it's totally
Great.
fine. Such an amazing photo.
And all these students are looking at me and they're like, man, that is not what she looks like.
They just
in
want to
real
make
life.
sure
Addie knows
we
it.
want to throw out a little.
Addie knows.
Plus,
I
I
just
mean,
have to
let's
let
be
you guys
real.
know that I do
I
shower.
switch angles
I
every
do.
time.
Oh, do you? Okay. Well, and let's
So,
also be honest.
it
We
never
all
sits
know. We all know our headshots are the very best version of ourselves. Like, we all know that. Okay.
All right, go for it, Addie. Man.
All right, Addie. Can
quick
you take
second.
a step back and stand up? And one more step back. Perfect.
Wait, no.
Ah.
Those are my
Okay.
headphones.
What's that?
Those are my headphones.
Cool. All right. How are you today? You look like you're in a great mood.
No.
No? Well, you pull it off well. I like the moves. Okay, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and give me a slate.
I don't get a question.
Oh, you're going to get your question. That comes after your slate.
It does?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, I'm Addie Moreland.
Okay, Addie. And your question today is going to be, what is your favorite subject in school and why?
History, because just memorizing things, and I'm good at memorizing things.
Awesome. Okay, whenever you're ready.
Hi, I'm Kaylee. Wait. Hi, I'm Kaylee McCormick, and ever since I was old enough to skate, I've loved hockey. Wasn't the greatest skater though, but that didn't stop my dad from teaching me the secret to slapping the greatest slap shot. My dad worshipped hockey. My mom didn't, and that's why she moved to Egypt, where there's now a hockey ice rink within 1,500 miles. Wait. My dad always took me to games to cheer on our favorite player, the Tasmanian Devil. He wasn't the biggest guy in the league, but he feared nobody, just like me. Yeah, my childhood was. Wait, no.
It's okay. Relax. Deep breath. Take your time.
My dad always said I could be anything I wanted to be, but I only wanted to be a hockey player. Yeah, my childhood was going great, but wait, no. But things happened. After the funeral, I was sent to live with my grandma in Waterbury. She dressed up like Gene Simmons from Kiss to cheer me up. She's the sweetest person in the world. I've forgotten so much of this.
That's okay. So, Addie, it's been 2 weeks, right? It's been 2 weeks since we worked it. So, totally expect that. I expected that to be happening. Do you have the paper with you by chance?
Yeah.
Okay, so use it to just reference. Use it as a cold read, basically. And this is a audition sort of lesson for everybody. If that ends up happening where you're going to audition with something and it's not at the state where you're able to be completely in it, where you have to think about it, you want to have that piece with you. Because otherwise, to an auditioner, what it looks like is it looks like that's your absolute very best. So you want to have that script in your hand unless you know it so well that you don't have to think about it and you can be totally in it. Okay? So that's for everybody, regardless of where we are. That's something we want to do. Okay, you ready? Okay, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead.
Yeah. My name is Kaylee McCormick. Ever since I was old enough to skate, I've loved hockey. Wasn't the greatest skater though, but that didn't stop my dad from teaching me the secret of slapping the greatest slap shot. My dad worshipped hockey. My mom didn't, and that's why she moved to Egypt, where there's not a hockey rink within 1,500 miles. Dad always took me to games to cheer on for a favorite player, Terry O'Reilly, the Tasmanian Devil. He wasn't the biggest guy in the league, but he feared nobody, just like me. My dad always said that when I grew up, I could be anything I wanted, but I never wanted to be anything but a hockey player. Yeah, my childhood was going great, but life is full of surprises. After the funeral, I was sent to live with my grandma in Waterbury. I was kind of nervous since I didn't really know her that well, but she dressed up like Gene Simmons from Kiss to cheer me up, and she's the sweetest person on earth. See, after my dad died, I kind of developed a short fuse. There was some kid who stole my party blower, and instead of asking for it back, I felt that I had to go belt him in the head a bunch of times with a hammer. But I was always quick to say I was sorry. During high school, I played junior hockey and still hold 2 league records. Most time spent in the penalty box, and I was the only guy to ever take off his skate and try to stab someone. After I graduated, I had a lot of different jobs. I was a road worker, a janitor, a security guard, a gas station attendant, and a plumber. Lately, I've been working construction. It's not a bad racket. I'm a pretty good shot with a nail gun. Mr. Larson, he got in the way. Apparently, he has a short fuse too. He got a few lucky punches in there, but I still feel like I won the fight. Anyway, those other jobs weren't for me. I was put on this planet for one reason: to play hockey.
Scene. Thank you. Woo. Okay. Nice work, Addie. Our next performer here is going to be Sam.
Picture stayed a little longer there because my button wasn't working to switch it to myself.
Oh, it wasn't?
But hello, all. I'm basically the transition between scenes.
Joey is the scene transition guy.
And also, I know that was from Happy Gilmore, and I think that's awesome, Addie.
You can't not like Happy Gilmore. Well, wait till you see this one, Joe. You're gonna know what this is from right away as well. 2 of our favorite comedies. How you doing there, Sam?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. So Joey brought up a good point. Why aren't you using your ring light, guy?
I actually don't know. I didn't even think of that.
I want to see your setup next week. I would love to see, like, all right, how do you set up for, like, if you have an audition, right? What does it look like? Like, what is the whole setup? That'd be pretty cool to see, and I think it'd be cool for everybody. Would you be down to do that next week in class?
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I can't wait to see it. Awesome,
I
dude.
remember.
Yeah, I will send you a message. I'll remind you, and I'm writing a message to remind myself.
It's
Sam,
pretty simple.
ring light. Well, you know, we forget things. It happens. Okay. Do you have room to like stand up?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You're gonna need it, especially for yours, right?
Yeah. Do my best.
And the fan's off this time, so it won't look like there's a propeller head on you, so that's great.
Yeah.
Okay, Sam. So, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and give me a slate.
Okay. Hey, I'm Sam Waslenko.
Okay, Sam, would you tell me, please, if you could, let's see, if you could have any animal at all, not your normal type of pet, just any animal, what wild animal would you want to have?
A wolf.
And why is that?
Because wolves are awesome. Or like an anteater or something.
Anteater?
Yeah.
Why an anteater? Because they're just...
Because they're also awesome. Those things.
All about the awesome with you, Sam, yeah?
It is, yeah.
Okay, cool, man. Well, whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and do that monologue.
Cool. Okay. What my associate is trying to say is that, well, I mean, our brake pads are so cool. I mean, like you're not gonna believe it. Like, okay, let's say you're driving down the road. Okay, you're in your car, you're driving down the road, okay. You're driving down the road, okay? All of a sudden, there's a brake tire. You slam on the brakes. Whoa. Right? That was close. Okay. Now let's see what's happening when you're driving the other guy's brake pads. Okay. You're driving along. Your kid's in the back screaming, right? He's on. Daddy, I gotta go to the bathroom. Not now, Jimmy. Tire. Oh, I can't stop. There's a cliff. Ah! And your family's in the back screaming. They're all, I can't feel my leg. You're all screaming up in the front. I can't, I'm burning. Here comes the meat wagon. The medic gets out and he's all just, oh my gosh. New guy's in the corner puking his guts out. It's just bleh, bleh, bleh. All because of you. Because you wanted to save a couple extra pennies.
And scene. Awesome, man. Thank
Brian,
you so
what
much.
was that? What was that from?
That is from Tommy Boy, Joey.
I'm just kidding. Of course I know what it's from.
I was like, how did you not know that? That was like gonna break my heart there. That was
Sam, as
break
the guy operating the cameras, you kept running out of frame, and it was amazing.
He really did use
Also,
the frame to his advantage.
Hi. What's up, guys?
Okay, I'm gonna bring everybody back in here.
He's gonna bring you all back in.
I'm gonna bring
and
everybody
I'm just gonna
back in.
repeat everything he says.
Joey is awesome.
I got a bubble water here.
He didn't repeat everything I
Joey
said.
is awesome.
There he is.
Really? You didn't give me a second. There's a 3-second delay on
Oh
the mic,
yeah, there's
okay?
a 3-second delay. Forgot about the delay.
Just give me some slack.
No
Cut
slack for
me
Joey.
Some slack.
All right, go ahead and mute those lives. Let's come back
I would
over
like some slack.
to the main.
They're probably trying to mute me right now.
Trying to mute Joey. That ain't cool. All right, I'm gonna unmute y'all. Hey.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm gonna jump through. We'll do some notes overall. We'll break it down, and then after we go through, I want to hear what everybody thought, and do that. We'll be jumping around to different people. So yeah. So I'll mute everybody real quick, and then we'll just jump around to specific people. So. Okay, so we will start off. Let's see. As a general note, okay, going to like everybody on all of our auditions. Let's all zone in. Let's focus. If you've got a notebook, let's take them out. Let's take this moment to really zone in, because this is going to be great for auditions and getting set up. So I asked Sam, and I'll help and remind him for next week to bring in the ring light and sort of do a setup so you can kind of see how you can set up your room in a sort of way that sets you up for success when it comes to audition tapes and doing that ahead of time. But when we're filming these things, we want to make sure that we've set ourselves up in a way that the things around us don't end up distracting us specifically and other people as well. So you kind of look at it, and if I was going to set up for an audition tape, I'd want to make sure best I can to sort of have an area that's really like everything behind me isn't really distracting as much, okay? As much as you can. Now, obviously, there are spots in our homes that can't be the case. So if that happens to be the case, that it's difficult, then find your best way to make it less distracting, to just clear it up a little bit. If there's things you can move, do that, so there isn't all this stuff around you that's sort of out of your way. The other thing is, and this is less about right now, more after, if you start to set up to do audition tapes from home, something as simple as like investing in a little ring light will be huge. Like just having something that changes the lighting a little bit to be in your favor will be absolutely awesome. And then the last thing is, and Sam did this in his, we'll get to that. Joey already talked about it. Listen up, Addie. Okay. Is you can use the framing to your advantage. And there's a reason I had everybody stand, because in most audition videos that you do, you're going to do some sort of slate, and you're going to be standing for that slate. So you'd be in a standing place where you're doing your slate from that spot. So you want to start setting yourself up, whatever your space is, and get used to standing to perform. Get used to standing, staring at that camera. Like, this is something you could be doing daily. The more that you get comfortable with staring at this computer camera, phone camera, whatever it is for you when you're doing these self-tapes, the better you're going to be. If I don't do it very often, it's going to feel weird. Like a few weeks ago, Emma, when we were going through, Emma was like, this feels really weird, right? Like, first time I was like, how's it feel right now having to perform this monologue to just a computer? And she was like, I don't, like, not used to it, and I know a lot of us felt that way. So the more you do this, the better you get, and that gives you that advantage ahead of everybody else, and is going to make you more comfortable, okay? So literally right now, we are in a state where you have a lot of time to do that. And we'll talk about time a little bit at the end of today, but you've got so much time to be working on your craft right now. And if you choose to, again, we can be leveling up while everybody else is sleeping. And I know I've continued to say that every week, but it's because I mean it. It's because it's so important. This quarantine, this lockdown is going even longer than we expected. So use it as a chance to get better, because when we get back, these auditions aren't going to go away. These type of virtual auditions are going to, if in my opinion, they're going to increase, because everybody's going to realize, oh my gosh, wow, why weren't we doing more virtual auditions? Because it's way easier than what I thought it was, because now everyone knows the technology better. Okay? All right, so those are some of the general ones. And then when it comes to the question and slate, we'll go through each person and sort of talk through each performance, okay? So I want us to just sort of watch, and sort of we'll just be learning and growing from each other. So Serenity, we'll go into yours first. How did you feel?
I definitely could have done better.
Okay.
And, like, didn't give it my best performance, which I'm kind of mad at myself for, because I know that I could have done better.
Okay.
But I didn't.
So tell me about that, because here's what I want to know, and honestly, okay? So as you guys know, my job, obviously, acting coach, what we do. But we're really about life coaching and helping you guys grow. So Joey mentioned earlier the teen quarantine show. So here's what that is. We just started a TV. I can hear, I think, Joey or something. No? Okay. We just started a TV show, okay, online on YouTube that goes up every single day at 2 o'clock that's called Teen Quarantine. So basically what that is we wanted to start something to help motivate during this difficult time, specifically you guys, specifically teenagers, and talk about some of the struggles we have right now going on in our lives at home as we are in this lockdown state where so much has changed. School has changed. The way that we socialize has changed. All the things in our life, really, schedule-wise, have changed and gone into a different path. So now because of that, we want to help you through some of that. So the reason I bring this up, Serenity, is because I want to know right now, I felt it from you, you know, and even when I asked, like, hey, how are you doing today? I appreciate you were right in honesty right there. So state-wise, I want to help and help you grow right now. What's going on in your life? How are you feeling?
I just feel like kind of energy drained, I guess, because my school isn't doing online stuff.
Okay.
They give us optional work, but each takes me like 5 minutes. So if I do it at the beginning of the day, then I have nothing else to do for the rest of the day. So I feel like I'm just sitting around not doing anything.
Sure. I totally understand that. So I can help with that. I want to help with that because Serenity's absolutely right. And this is with everybody else having online school or whoever does, school can create a schedule that can really help us, right? And one of the things we realize is that's the case. You're realizing that, Serenity. We don't want to do nothing. Sometimes we think that. Like when we're in our everyday, I'm like, oh, it would be so great to just take a break. And right now we're all going like, I want to not have a break. Like, I just want to be doing more stuff, okay? So I'm going to throw a couple things your way. And then the other thing that I want to do is I want to get you on Teen Quarantine right away. So the first time slot I have available, I want to get to you, okay? So after class today, reach out to me, and we'll set up a time to get you on in the next slot we have because we can really break this down because we don't have the time to in today's class, but I really want to help you with all that stuff, okay? So here's my small little tidbit. I'll say Shade's tidbit, okay? A small little bit for you, okay? What can you fill it with right now?
Is that a rhetorical question, or
No.
do you actually want me to?
I want you to answer. I want you to think about it for a sec. What can you start to fill it with?
Well, I can work on my script.
Okay.
I can go online and try to find different school-related crap to do.
What do you
I
love?
could read.
What do you love?
I like skateboarding.
Okay. Are we able to do that at all?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been doing that?
Yeah.
Okay. What else do you love?
I like reading.
Reading? Have you been doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I read for like 3.
Okay. Are you doing things like this where you're communicating with other people in this kind of format?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like math challenge thing that I'm a part of a team with my school, and after all of our like online chat like competitions, we all do a giant group Zoom meeting.
Cool. And that's every day you do that?
It's at least once or twice a week.
Once or twice a week. What about the other days?
Then we just don't communicate really.
Do you have anybody else you communicate with on those days? Okay. Get the info of some of these people if you don't have it. Okay? Get the info from friends. If you have it, because here's the thing. When you get in those states, this is a time where communication is changing 100%. It's totally changing. Hold on one sec. Joey, are you on mute? Cool. It's changing 100%. I'm just hearing like a feedback.
Sorry, I had a bloody nose. I am on mute.
Okay, cool. I just kept hearing like...
I have been on mute all class.
Cool. Must be something else. Great.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I hear
Joey.
it too. It's one of the other mics.
Cool. Sounds good. All right. So, right now... no, I'm lost where I was. What was the last thing I said, Serenity? I'm sorry.
Communication is changing.
Communication is changing. Okay? So, we have to keep the socializing going. Have to. So, here's the deal. Monologue-wise, it's great. You know where you were. I could feel it. I could feel the struggle. So, you need to bring fun into that piece, but it's got to start with you. We've got to find ways to fill you up, and that's why I want to get you on the show and give you more ideas. But it starts with you are a social person. You're a energy ball. You got a big smile when you walk into space. You've got an amazing energy, and when that's not happening, it's hard. It's easy to get in that state, and I'm sure some of us in this room right now have felt that. Anybody? Raise your hand if you felt that, where you felt like, ugh, that draining and that grogginess, okay? So you're not alone in that. So when that starts to happen, reach out, you know? Don't let yourself get stuck in these ruts, and know that you have a group of people here and I'm sure many other places who are also feeling the same way and would be so excited to get a phone call from you. Be so excited to get a FaceTime and also be able to be pulled away from some of that stuff. Okay? So I could talk about your monologue, I could go through it, but the truth is, right now, we need to work on filling you up with joy. So I want you to think of all the things right now, and we'll talk about it when we get you on the show, that are going to help you be filled with more joy right now. Well, because of the school stuff, your schedule's not as good as you would like it to be. And then when we get on the show, we're going to talk about how we can make all those a part of every single day and how we can stay consistent with them so your joy stays consistent also. Okay? Everybody give Serenity a heart. Heart. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. That was really creepy the way I said that. Okay. All right. Emma was next. So let's see here. Okay, Emma, how'd you feel?
Yeah. It felt like one of my better ones. I don't think it's like the best performance I've done, but it didn't feel bad.
Okay, good. You should feel way better about it. Okay? We've still got a lot to grow in. However, here's what I saw. Okay? You were able, last 2 weeks ago, we talked about being more emotional, right? Connecting into her heart of this piece. You totally did that. Like, we felt the slowness of her connecting to some of the experiences of trying to let him feel what she was feeling. So the part that we need to add on now and get to is changing up into some of the other emotions, because I could feel the pain. I could feel some of that. I could feel connecting to him, but I want to see some of the passion that comes behind it as well. Like, I want, and we talked about this a little, but I want you to fight to get his attention at the beginning. So the way that Sam went 120% today, and we'll get to you later, Sam, I want you to fight for him at the beginning. I want you to get so emotional that whoever's in your household might come open the door because they're like, what's going on in there? No holding back whatsoever. And then slow down more, and we'll go through all of the emotions that the person is going to go through. So as a person, here's the exercise I want you to do, okay? I want you to journal right now some of the things going on in your life. Do you journal?
Actually, we have a history assignment right now to journal what's going on in our life. So, and I usually do anyway.
Okay, great.
So, yeah.
So I want you to continue to do that, and I want you to do it also as your character. So this week, I want you to do a 7-day, so one like each day, journal of her life, okay? These don't need to be 7 days in a row. They just have to be 7 separate journal entries from her life. So you'll do one each day. You could think about different points in your character's life. So you could think about the first day that she saw this boy and journaling about that. You could do a full journal day about the first date you guys went on. You could do a journal day about the first fight you guys had. You could do a journal about before you guys ever met and when you first started to imagine what the perfect guy would be for you. Like, do a different journal entry of your choice that's going to help strengthen your connection to this imaginary character that you're creating and the imaginary character that that character is talking to.
Okay.
Okay? And then when we talk next week, you should have a full day of each one, and I want to hear about what that experience was like. Cool?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. So, let's see here. Eli.
Hi.
Okay, so Shay already talked a little bit about it, but I want to just add on, okay? So you're not feeling awesome, right?
No.
Dude. Okay, everyone just give him a round of applause.
I got a fever of like 100.
For real.
Points.
For real. You see what's happening? We're all applauding you. Addie, out. Everyone. Everyone. For real. Okay? So there's going to be times where life is going to be difficult. Maybe you're sick. Maybe something's going on. But you've got something going, and you dedicate yourself to still do it. You didn't, by the way, but if you came in and gave the worst read of all time, I would be so impressed and proud of the fact that you just showed up. That you made a decision, hey, I'm not feeling well, but I'm going to show up anyway. I'm going to make this happen because I've committed to this thing. There's something really powerful behind that. So again, you gave a great performance today. We're going to talk about that. But above all, I want everyone to learn from this. We make excuses a lot. We make excuses. We put blame where it doesn't need to be. Sometimes we don't take our own accountability for things. And today, you made a choice. Hey, I'm not feeling great. It would have been so easy to just go, I'm going to skip class, and I'm going to lay down and just get better. I don't really feel like it. But instead, you didn't make a decision based on a feeling. You didn't do it based on like, oh, I want to do this because I'm feeling this way or feeling that way. You did it because you knew why you wanted to do it. It means something to you, and you weren't willing to say no to that. Because our feelings can sometimes trick us. It's like you'll ask somebody who's like a workout person, like a serious workout person, or like a runner who does like marathons and stuff. And someone will ask them like, hey man, like, I don't get how you love running. And a lot of them will go, I don't love running. I don't love running at all. There are some days I do not want to do it. Same with people who get up super early. It's like, man, you love the morning. That's crazy. I don't love the morning. I love what I'm going to get out of that. I know what I want. And so I can't base whether or not I get up or whether or not I work out or whether or not I do my acting on the feeling. I have to do it because I know what I want and I know the outcome I want. We all following this? Okay, so that's number one. Number two, you took the critique so well. The critique 2 weeks ago was to try and connect more into his feelings, to be patient, to take your time, and to experience it. We felt that. Right, guys? Like, felt that. You were so patient, so emotional. So now, first off, celebrate, because you took the direction, you did it, and you were awesome. So now the critique is, I don't want to lose that. But now because you've earned it, we're going to add more beats on top of that. So now we're going to add moments where he gets upset. So for example, towards the end when he talks about the humiliation, God, the freaking humiliation he must have felt. He should be mad at himself for what he did to that kid. So the sadness shouldn't stay there. That should be anger at himself for what he did. So we're going to add in more things like that. So I want you to look at the piece this week and go, where are there other feelings in there that he could experience that aren't just that sad one? Okay? Dude, great job. Give him a round of applause. Boom. Okay. Now we're going to jump over to Addie. Addie. Okay. All right, Addie, how'd you feel? Thumbs up?
Very good.
Felt very good? Okay.
Not very good.
Not very good. Okay. So, with yours, how much have you worked on it the last 2 weeks?
Not much.
Okay. So, that's accountability action. So, way to pull yourself and be accountable for that. So, what's the reason?
I don't know. It's just some of my teachers have been assigning like an insane amount of online work, and when I'm done with that, I'm just tired and I just want to go on TikTok, and I kind of forget about everything.
Okay.
It's just like, yeah.
So, is this work to you, doing these monologues?
No.
Okay.
No, I like it.
You like it, right? So, what is it about having to do it after your homework that makes you feel like you'd rather go to TikTok or something else?
Because this one, I kind of have to work a bit for it, while I could just like scroll on the internet.
Okay, good. So how long do you scroll for?
Hours.
Hours. Okay. And hey, I get it. We've talked about this on the show already 3 times. 3 times TikTok has gotten brought up, and Instagram and these things, and we've talked about the scrolling and how right now, especially in this time, it's so easy to do. So here's what I want you to realize. Addie, actually, there is nothing wrong with finishing your homework, being tired, and wanting to take a little time to just have a brain break. To just go, okay, I don't want to continue working hard on something else for a second. I want to just totally shut the brain down. Anybody ever experienced that? Just want to take a brain break. So what you decide to do in that brain break is your choice. So if you decide, I want to go over and I just want to watch some funny videos, cool. Go do that, but set yourself a timer. Do it for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you want to do, whatever you need. I would recommend doing it for a little bit, then maybe getting active, get up, and then get your brain fired up to do that other thing that also works your brain, but is fun for you. Instead of just cutting that out totally and getting stuck in the scrolling. And I think if you do that, you're going to have some really big success, okay? And you're going to be able to use this time. But I totally understand that. And homework can be crazy, you know, especially right now with everything adding up in those ways. So as far as your piece goes, the thing that I want you to work on is get after the memorization, schedule some time in, and no excuses, right? Take that brain break, but then come back to it because you do love this. I'm dying to see you perform this without it being memorized. Because honestly, when you brought me the piece, I was like, this is such an Addie piece. Like, this is such a fun, like, sassy, cool piece, and you're gonna crush that. Okay? So I want to see you be able to live into your full potential. So get after it this week. I'm going to have you do one small memorization change, okay? Just for us performing, and then you can add more later. When you get to the spot where you talk about stabbing the guy with your skate, okay? Give me that line. Yeah.
I played junior hockey in high school, and I hold 2 league records. Most times spent in the penalty box, and I was the only guy to ever take off my skate and try to stab someone.
Okay, good. After that line, A, you're going to change that to girl, okay? You'll change the word to girl. B, after that line, skip all the way to the end, and then go, I was made to do one thing. Play hockey.
Yeah.
Right? And
yeah, because it's kind of long.
Yeah, it is a little long, and the job stuff doesn't really fit. And then the last thing is, since you're rememorizing anyway, change high school to middle school. Because I could believe you as a high schooler, and I then could see you as a middle schooler stabbing another middle schooler with a skate, and that's hilarious. Not a good idea, but hilarious.
No, okay. Not a good idea.
Not a good idea at all.
I would never do that.
No
I will never do that.
Skates. Don't do it. Okay. Does that make sense, Addie?
Yeah.
All right, great. Give her a round of applause. Woo. All right. Okay. Sam.
Yo. What's up?
How'd you feel, brother?
felt good. We didn't have to restart it, so that was nice.
We did not have to restart. Why? Why do you think that is?
I guess because I guess opposed to the other weeks, I just went right into it instead of holding back.
Yes. You went 110. You went 110. And we felt it. We totally felt it. So your critique 2 weeks ago, for weeks it's been go 110. And we've been getting close to that. You went right into it this time. You didn't hold back. And so what was cool about it, I want everyone to hear this and understand this, okay? We saw Sam, the person, in the slate and talking. And then we saw Tommy, the character, when you went to perform. Raise your hand if you saw that transition. You saw him transition from him as a person to the character. So that's the power of deciding to go into it completely, is we now see you as a character that you're not, and we see the regular version of you as well. So I'm going, oh man, I saw that he literally, within seconds, turned a switch on, became somebody else, and was totally believable. That's awesome. And that's the power of just going, you know what, maybe I fail. Maybe it's terrible. Maybe the stuff I do and the ideas I go with and the what I do is not going to be good, but I'm just going to do it and see what happens. And that is something that an auditioner is going to respect. And they're going to be all about that because they go, that guy made a choice. That guy made a choice to shake up the room. And especially in video auditions, you've got to make an impression. You've got to affect them in a way that is going to make you memorable because they're watching hundreds of these, right? And so you come through and you do something like that when everybody else is just reading it and they're not doing any movement or jumping around, you now have a massive advantage over them. And that goes for everybody. The other thing was you played all the characters. So he took direction, this is for everybody, and he played the characters. We all see that? Like, my favorite part was when you went over to there's a cliff, right? So he's like jumping around and you're like going crazy in the back, and then you came back to the other guy and you're like, there's a cliff. And then you jump back over to like them. Like, it was so clear you were playing different characters, and to watch a beat happen was amazing. So now going into next week, and this is the challenge of auditions on tape, you've got to imagine in your brain. So I would, if I were you, film it with that level of craziness, watch it back, and go, if I'm an auditioner watching it, at what points would I probably laugh? Mm-hmm. And when those points are, wait an extra second before you jump into the line. But when nobody else is there, it's impossible to predict. Like when you guys are watching the live, did anybody laugh at Sam's? Anybody laugh at a certain spot of Sam's? Raise your hand if you did. Okay? Look at that. Okay? You wouldn't know that. So you quite possibly said a line, it made me laugh so hard, and then you'd already moved on to something else, and I missed this next part. So it's going to now be a balance of you looking at it, and I don't want it to throw off the flow of you jumping into the characters, but realizing points like there's a cliff. You're probably going to get a laugh because they've seen a bunch of something, and then it changes. So that's a moment where I go, there's a cliff. Then I jump back to the other character, wait for a second, and then I become them, giving the audience I can't see a chance to laugh if they did. Okay? Cool. Awesome, dude. I was super proud of it. So
I want to throw something in really quick.
Yeah, go ahead, Joey.
Cool. So, Sam, we did a improv show over the podcast mics because it had been scheduled, and this was right at the beginning of the virus, like before the people restriction. It was just a decision that we made. We were like, we need to make the show go up, but we don't want to put people at risk because we don't know anything about this. And we rehearsed it, and then we did it. And then Brian and I watched it back, and we were like, wow, this was so hard because we couldn't tell if anybody was laughing.
Oh, dude, it's so hard.
And we're doing an improv show.
Yeah.
So, like, I totally feel you on that and how hard that is. But I just wanted to remind you that like when you're doing pieces like this that challenge things that you won't have to work on with every piece, then you're going to be able to have that tool in the back of your belt. And I'm excited to see what you got next week. Fist bump to the camera.
Boom. Okay, great. So I'm going to come over here. We're going to unmute everybody really quick. Yo, I gave a critique. We went through everybody. So, what do we learn? Let's get some hands. Learn from each other. Know that we're in the background of each other, so don't be crazy loud. Cool, I quit. What do we learn? Yeah, Emma.
Come on, guys.
Like to go all in and like don't worry about what they think because at least you'll make an impression.
Absolutely, yeah. Sam.
I was inspired.
What is it?
You're saying like about the running, waking up early and stuff like that. It's like you don't do it because you enjoy it. You do it because you can get something out of it. So
that's right.
I was inspired.
Thank you. So it's all about, and same deal, this is for everybody. So like I said, I want to get Serenity on right away as soon as we can because I want to help you with some of that. But that's what the teen quarantine's about, and it's going to continue after this quarantine's done because I believe it's really important. So we want to keep inspiring and helping each other in these ways. So I would love to have every single one of you on the show. So all you need to do is reach out, and I'd love to put you on an episode. And you guys should be watching each other's. Like you said, you know, it's tough. There's a lot of stuff we can't do. Every day at 2, I'm throwing encouragement out there. I'm throwing out different ideas for planning schedules and figuring out ways to motivate yourself when we get down. Like every single day, that's going to be happening at 2. And if you come in and watch it, you're going to be filled with positivity during that time always. So thank you, Sam. Appreciate that. Elijah.
You need to feel the emotions that character is feeling and notice it and study it.
Yeah, and you did that. You completely did that today. And so now it's just about taking that and adding some more emotions on top of it, other things that they'd be experiencing. But you found that one that was at the core of this piece. Good. Addie.
What was I going to say? Look at a script instead of just doing something that's not good.
Okay, yeah, totally. No, seriously. Like, because here's the thing. If I've got this, okay? If I've got this here, okay? And I'm holding this, you know this isn't my absolute best. You know it. You can see it. It's clear. As soon as that's gone and I go here, you're assuming as an auditioner that this is my absolute best that I could bring you in the time frame you gave me. That's it. You know that that's the case automatically. So it's actually a strategic move to have that if you're not ready. Now, if you had the time to get ready, and we talked about that today, Addie, so you know like what things we can do and how we can motivate ourselves to get ready. But if we aren't, use that to your advantage. Absolutely. Okay, good. What else? Serenity, yeah.
I learned not to second guess myself because right before I started second guessing on the memorization, and then I got further than I thought I was with it, and then I was, why did I second guess myself?
Why do we second guess ourselves? Don't know. It just happens. So remind yourself of that. Remind yourself of, if we can remember the little things that our brain tells us, and it's going to be different for everybody, you're going to have the ability to then realize, oh, that's that thought coming in now. That's my negative. That's my myself bringing me down. You hear it and you go, oh, I can get rid of that. I know that's a lie. I know that's a lie. So you phrased it a certain way. Say that again, Serenity.
Say what again?
Exactly what you said at the beginning. So your wrap up. Say it again. How you felt. You second guessed yourself?
Oh, I second guessed myself because I thought I wasn't as prepared as I was.
Okay. So you put thoughts in your mind that you weren't. You said, I'm probably not as prepared, whatever. Like, you threw that in your mind. What we fuel this, it takes action. I lost you.
Yeah, my mom's phone is at
That's
10%
okay.
and a notification for it.
What you put up here, it manifests. It matters. Joey is a master manifester. It's like super awesome and also sometimes super annoying. I'm sure he's gonna jump in with something.
It's really cool. It's amazing.
Like,
so let me tell you a quick story.
Go ahead.
Perfect for a teen class. We're in the drive-thru of Dutch Bros, and I'm like, all right, I have the money for it, but like, honestly, it would be really cool if they gave me extra drinks. And we pulled up to the window, and no joke, they handed us our drinks, and then they gave us a tray of 4 random drinks. And they were like, do you guys want these Rebels? And Rebels are my favorite. And I was like, are you kidding me? What? So,
and that stuff,
manifestation's a real thing.
It is. And that stuff happens to Joey all the time. Like, we'll play Madden or something, and recently, I usually get the ball first. Okay? So if you know what Madden is, it's a football game. So you kick it off, the other person. So, like, I'm talking like 99% of the time I'm getting the ball. And one day, like 5 days ago, Joey's like, how come I never get the ball? I need to get the ball more. Every game we've played since then, he has gotten the ball. Like, every one. So I know it's silly, but when you put something out there, your brain responds and the universe responds along with it. So when I tell my brain I'm not as ready as I think I am, it's going to be true. So instead, Serenity, you go, this is where I'm at right now. Cool. I'm going to perform at my very best. I'm going to do my very best. I'm super excited. You tell your brain that, and then if it forgets something, it forgets something. But you're in a state where you told your mind to do awesome. Joey, you said something? And then I'll jump to Emma.
I was just going to plug, if you want to play Madden with me, Conman764 on Xbox.
He's all about the Xbox.
I'll run you up.
He is very good at that game. I'm like levels under him, and I still lose. Emma.
I just wanted to say, like, with manifestation and stuff, I've like been super interested in it for a while, and it works like crazy. Like, I'll think something or like say it and just like visualize it and focus on it, and it'll happen like the next day.
It works. It works. There's this thing to fueling your mind with positivity, with fueling it. So if you're stuck in a certain spot, so Serenity, you mentioned like, man, I'm having a hard time with certain things to do. Like, how much positivity can you fill yourself with? How many motivational, like, you can watch motivational videos. You can, again, find some talking about books, like some things you really want to learn. You don't got school teaching you right now. What do you want to learn? You happen to live in a universe, in a world right now where you can jump online and learn whatever you want. Joey is a completely self-taught editor. Everything you see online that we do, every Instagram video, every YouTube video, all those dope things we put out, Joey made those videos. He learned it by doing it. He learned it by getting in on the program and grinding and putting in the hours and trying it and just learning and watching videos online and YouTube videos. Just yesterday, he was doing a video and he learned how to touch up somebody's face on a video. They had like, Matt had like a scratch on his face right here. Like, because Rosalind, his daughter, like scratched him. And so Joey learned by watching a tutorial how to take that out and clean up. And it was like, what? Looked like it was never there. He just spent a little bit of time deciding to learn. Hold on, Addie. I see that you're not.
Nice what you just said about me.
I say nice things sometimes. Sometimes. Okay, cool. All right, so.
I have an ask.
Yeah, Joey, throw out your ask.
Okay. It's Brian's birthday. We should all sing happy birthday into the Zoom.
It's my brother's birthday too.
And I'll count it down. I'll start it. But, like, participate. Come on, guys. Show them pipes. All right.
Sam's got the
3,
disco.
2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Brian. Happy birthday to you.
That was so cute.
Did you sing?
I love you guys. Thank you, Joey, for doing that.
Start a Zoom choir.
Oh, my elbow.
Guys,
That's a genius idea.
to do
I'll
what?
be the tenor.
I lost him.
Start a Zoom choir, Brian.
A Zoom choir. That would be interesting.
Zoom choir.
No.
So, to wrap up, okay, I want everybody to know for the teen quarantine, again, it's every day at 2 o'clock. I would love to have you all on it. I want to. And my goal also, please help me share it out. Help us share it out. The entire goal of this show is right now there are a lot of people, and we happen to have this positive place where we can go and grow together. There are a lot of people that don't have that. A lot of people. A lot of people who are struggling, and they just need some encouragement. They just need some things to do. So you're going to come in and talk about where you're at. And even if it's a joyful place, like I had somebody, Corinne, on today, and we talked about all of the really joyful things she's doing that other people can find and do. And then she talked about her personality and how she can grow personally in something that somebody else the other day I gave completely different advice to. Same question, but different because they're different. So you can totally learn from each other. I want you all on the show. I want you to help us share it out so that we can just help more people in this challenging time. And I want you to know that this community, that we care about you, and that we're here for each other. Like, again, we're very blessed that we get to live in a time where you can just FaceTime each other and you guys can jump on and just see each other in this kind of way. So let's take advantage of that. So I want to close out today. Please, everybody, reach out. You can reach out over at brian@deeringstudio.com if you're interested in a spot, and I will email you over what you do. Basically, what you do is you're going to write me a little synopsis of where you are right now. With everything going on, where are you at? Where's your headspace? What's going on with you? And then you'll ask a couple questions, specifically around life and motivation, but also acting too. It can be anything. It can literally be any question at all. We're focusing specifically on your personal growth, but acting's a part of that. So we've had people ask, like, what can I be doing at home? And what can I do here? Like, whatever. You'll ask a couple questions and just let me know where you're at. And then based on that, we'll start to go for the show. Okay? So if you're interested in that, reach out to me. And as soon as you reach out, I'll put you in a time slot. Cool?
Cool.
Nice. Do we have any questions?
How long is the podcast thing, the show?
The show, it kind of depends. It's anywhere between like 20 and 40 minutes typically. Yeah. Usually ends right at that 30 mark.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem. Any other questions?
Dad.
Dad!
That's not a question, Serenity.
Huh?
That's not a question, Serenity.
Yeah,
You
it's
can't
not a
just say
question.
dad.
Yeah, stop.
I mean, was it a question? Like,
No,
Dad?
if it was a question, it'd be like dad, not dad.
That was a question. That works.
Yeah, it was because I had like the question sound
I
at
can,
the
like-
end of it.
Dad?
See Shay in the dark? I
It
think?
looks so
I do.
creepy.
Shay, you
Shay,
look
what's wrong?
terrifying.
I didn't even know it was Shay at first. I thought someone random joined the Zoom.
Either.
And
I was
just
like, what is happening right now? Okay, that's better. That's better. I'm gonna unmute your mic there, Shay.
Jeez.
Hey.
You can see me now.
I can see now,
in the
yeah.
hallway with the light on.
Were you gonna say something, or were you just creepily watching us in the
No,
hallway?
I just wanted to pop on and tell everybody they did a fantabulous job, and you know, you showed up for yourselves tonight, and that's the most important thing. And just to tell you again, Brian, happy birthday, and I love you so much.
Thanks, Shay. I love you too.
Wait, I have a question just for everybody.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or are my teachers assigning like a lot more homework? Like my science teacher is assigning me like 7 things a day.
No, I've had it a lot less.
Yeah.
Like a lot less. Like I took a nap during Spanish today because my Spanish took me 5 minutes.
I think it totally depends on where you're at and what the school is. So I want to just throw out one thing on that, okay? It is going to be different per school. But my brother happens to be a school teacher as well. And throw grace out there. Throw some grace out there. Because I want you to imagine a situation for me, okay? Because this is the situation that your teachers have been put into. They have trained, been taught.
I am also a teacher, not an editor.
Yes, you are, Joey.
I'm just
but
kidding.
You teach here.
I just ruined that moment.
It's okay. So, teachers.
Guys, be quiet!
Sorry.
Trinity.
And this is our new socializing. I love it. Teachers have been taught to do things a certain way. They've trained to do things a certain way. Some of them are no good at technology at all. At all. And then all of a sudden, with all this stuff happening, they all were told in like a couple days, hey, learn a brand new program. And give some schools given like very little help from administration or the best the admins could do. But it's like, go teach a classroom of 30 7 times a day, try and assign homework through this new program you don't learn or you don't know, and bring everybody, like they've been given a whole new task that they have no idea how to do yet. So there may be a lot of homework, there may be a little, whatever's going on with your school situations right now. Send grace, send love, because they are working really hard to do their best for the most part. Can't speak for every teacher, to do what they can to make sure that you are learning and growing in this time. Okay, so here's what I want to do to close out class. Homework is continue to work this piece, take the critiques we got, and next week we'll start breaking it down a little more again. And then we'll go to performing it again after that, okay? So just keep throwing down those critiques. Keep working on it. Reach out for the show because I want to help all of you grow in that way. Outside of regular film acting, you guys can be working on different improv exercises, okay? So there are a few that have been on past episodes already that I've talked through. So you can go through and check out some of those questions. But you should be doing improv at home. Grab family members and do like performances for them. Like seriously, this is a time where you can involve them more than ever in the craft that you're doing. So I would inspire you to try and do that and continue to bring them in on your life. The last 5 minutes of class, I want you guys to just have a chance to sort of be in community, hang out together. So fill each other in, bring your dogs and say hi. Like for the last 5 minutes of class, this is our cool down. Where are you at? Let's fill each other up with joy and love right now as we close out the class.
My dad's really
dog.
My dog doesn't like me.
Neither does mine.
You're frozen.
No, it's paused.
I wish I had a dog.
Puppies.
I have glasses now.
Oh.
You look cute in glasses.
Thank you. I hate them.
They fit like your face shape well. Like they're good
Yeah.
they're a good shape for your face.
Dad, come here.
No, I don't have glasses.
Dad,
Glasses. I never use them.
I have glasses.
Well, I prefer contacts.
don't
I'm
have
always wearing
glasses.
contacts, but like I don't want to put contacts in now that I don't have to.
My dog.
I always wanted glasses when I was younger, but
My dog.
I always wanted glasses when I was younger, but
I don't even need glasses.
No, but like when I was in second grade, my friend was always like, "Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
should
go
use."
because I need dinner and I haven't eaten in a while, like in like an hour. So actually,
hour?
I ate a snack like 2 minutes ago. But other than that, I haven't eaten. So bye. Love you guys.
Bye, Emma. So how's everyone doing?
I'm doing great.
I've eaten a lot.